Hi everyone, welcome to SlimChat, and I've forgotten the number. I think it's around 71ish. I think so, because I'm sure yesterday was 70, but I'm having one of those, you know, you went out last night, you've slept since then, heaven knows days, so I think it is anyway. So yeah, we had a nice meal. I was trying to find you on this phone. It's my old phone, one of my very old phones. I was trying to find you what it was actually called that we had, because Martin said he got the recipe from delish.com, so I was trying to find it, but it was kind of chicken, and it was spicy, but it was, I think it seemed a bit kind of like a Thai kind of recipe, so it was like I think it might have been ginger in there as well, I'm not sure. But we had it with rice. It's really nice. And if it had been any hotter, it would have been too hot. But it was just the right amount of spiciness for me. I left that at times thinking, whew, but other times it was all right. You know what I mean? So it was nice at that. And we had prawn cocktail to start, which is very nice. Then we had that, and then I had some banana cake. And it wasn't my recipe for banana cake. It was Cara's, but Martin cooked the meal and Cara cooked the cake. So I said I thought we was going to have something American, and she said, yeah, well, I always think when I'm going to cook for people get nervous that it'll turn out crap. So I said sort of next time we come she might have like meatloaf or something and I'll get to try it. But I think it's next time is Gary's turn to cook, as Martin did it this time. So yeah, it's a really nice meal actually. And it was good to go out, and we stayed quite late as well. Had lots of chats and drink, and yeah, it was good day, good night. But so tired when I got in, and I didn't make my overnight oats, so I've got no breakfast this morning because I forgot to get the loaf out the freezer. So I could possibly have the gluten-free Weetabix that I have in the cupboard, or just go and get the bread in and thaw a few slices out zap it in the microwave, you know, nuke it a bit, and then we can have a toasty. But someone asked me to do my recipe for a toasty, but it's just a sandwich toaster maker, you know, those things and all I do is spray it with Fry Light, put the bread on, and then I get sliced cheese and put that on. Then I'll chop up an onion, a red one normally, finely, and I put that in, because it comes in segments, you know, and I sort of figure out where the segments are, and I put that in Gary's, and then I just put another cheese on top. So in mine, because I sometimes have a little bit of onion, and mostly I don't, so what I'll do is I'll put another little blob of cheese in my centre, so that I've got as much sort of filling as Gary, and then I'll put the lid on, the bread on top, and just shut it for a little while, and then Bob's your uncle, as they say. Robert is one's uncle. So it's not really a recipe, it's just a toasted sandwich maker, and I don't do anything fancy other than and I usually use Edam or Gouda because they're lower in fat. But you know, normally speaking, if I wasn't dieting, I would just put cheddar in there, because cheddar's our cheese of choice over here, really. I know that we do have others, like I like Red Leicester, I like Double Gloucester, and a little bit of Wensleydale grommet. And those of you across the pond probably have no idea what I'm talking about there. But yeah, like a little bit of cheese before it's all gone. Normally on the low carb diet I can eat a lot of cheese, but with this one it's low fat recipes and stuff like that, low fat stuff. So we tend to have the lower fat cheeses, but I've got a bit of a taste for the Edam. Don't mind that. If you sit and eat Edam, I always used to find it tad rubbery and mild, but if you're putting it in a toasty, it's really quite good. And I usually buy the sugar-free tomato ketchup, you know, Heinz, but they didn't have that. They had the 50%, so I'm on that now. But you have to sin that anyway. Even the sugar-free's probably got sins, but you know, it's an essential thing to have with my toasty for me. Gary doesn't have any sauce, he just has his cheese and onion. But I'm not a lover of onions. I'll eat them in something, and I'll even put them in food, but I don't overpower my food with onions. I mean, when I was married to the boy's dad, he was an onion fiend. Everything had onion. You know, I swear to God, if he made oats, it'd have onion in it, because it's obsessed with onions. So it made me hate too much onion. So yeah, I'll eat it. I'll put onions in my noodles. I'll put spring onions on top for the crunch. But I'm not overly a massive fan of onion. And if I do have any in my toast, it'll be red, slightly more mild flavour. But yeah, I don't, and I like onion soup, like things like that. But you know, I got overkilled with onion. And I think as well, you know, if you ever have a Chinese curry, then you open the lid when you get your takeaway, and all you see are chunks of onion, and they just go over the top. And I think they pad it up with all this onion so they don't have to part with too much meat. So when I always say to them, can you hold, like, don't go crazy with the onion. Just a little bit of onion, please. And that way, you know, usually find you get 20 million peas in there or something. Anything but chicken, you know. Let's just say it. But never mind, you know, don't really have that anymore because it's too fattening. But we had this really nice kind of ricey meal, and it wasn't. He said this is kind of like Slim and Well compatible, but what other people think it is Slim and Well compatible, maybe not necessarily because of the oil in it and everything else. But we said, don't worry, you know, we've kind of resigned ourselves to the fact that we are just eating whatever's here tonight. So it doesn't matter if it is, doesn't matter if it isn't. So a couple of slices of banana cake later. Yes, but it was nice. It was different to mine though. It was more dense. Mine's more crumbly cake, you know, the texture. And if you wanted to make my banana cake, it's not Slimming World, but it's on my Crochet Rocks channel. There's a few recipes on there that are not slimming. They are banana cake, date squares, which I love, they're amazing, but they're made with oats, and an almond slice. It's not Bakewell, it's a different thing, it's made with oats. Everything seems to be made with oats. I don't know, Gary found the recipe anyway, so I said I'd make it. I didn't make it identical to the one he found, but I kind of adapted it a little bit. But they're not slimming recipes, they're over on Crochet Rocks where I was starting to make cakes and stuff like that. But that was before Gary was diagnosed with his angina. I often wonder if it's because of my cakes. So no, obviously not. It's years and years and years of eating the wrong things. But he's now got his appointments through. So he's got one next week. He's got 2 appointments, and I think one is the month after. So, but unfortunately, sadly, I won't be allowed to go with him. Which, and I always feel like he won't ask the right questions without me. But you know, I just have to hope that he does. While I was sleeping last night, I laid on this and I woke up this morning with it in agony, and these fingers here, I thought, you know, it might wear off, but it hasn't, and I kind of slept on it and it was aching like crazy when I woke up. I hate it when I do that. It's like, you know, I'm not slim enough the weight of it crushes. No, I'm not really that big, but you know what I mean. It's just pain, and I thought, I hope that goes, because I need to crochet a border for my mile a minute blanket for my Crochet Rocks channel. Wow, I am starving. It's mind over matter. I know there's no oats, that's what's doing it. I know I haven't got breakfast lined up. Mind you, it's because I've been awake for a couple of hours as well. That always helps, you know, to sort of get the foodie kind of desire going, if that's such a thing. So I've had my tea this morning. I've had 2 cups and woke myself up, and now I need to wake Gary up because he's snoring away in there, and I know he wants to do a bit of the DIY today. So I best make him tea, get some bread out the freezer, and see if I can't just get a few slices thawed out to make a toasty. I'm making a curry. I'm making a curry today because the other day when we went shopping, I bought 2 packs of chicken legs, and we used one in the noodles and the other was in the fridge. So as you can keep things for about 4 days in the fridge, I started to think, oh, I better cook that. So yesterday I cooked them, and so they're in the fridge cooked now. So I'll break them up today and make a nice curry with those. And I would film it, I would do a tutorial for it, but the kitchen isn't up to it. You know, there is too much DIY work going on. And whereas I used to be able to clear the surfaces off and arrange my shots, so you saw a bit of the wall that needed decorating and stuff, and the worktop that, you know, really needs replacing, you would have seen that, but it wouldn't have been so bad as it is now. And the other side, there's no kind of food prep over there, so we'll get there, and I'll be able to do it, and I will make my curry, which is usually lamb, but it's going to be chicken. And I will do some tuna bake recipes. One's a tuna bake and the other's tuna pasta. I might even do that beforehand, because I can do it over the area where there's no food prep really, because it's a cold recipe. Well, you can have it warm, but it's nice both ways. If you have it warm, it's a totally different kind of taste. But yeah, I'll make both anyway. But the other one will have to wait because it's an oven thing. And yeah, we'll do that recipe, and shepherd's pie. I know everybody's been asking me to do that, so I will. But obviously that's got to wait until that side of the room is photogenic. At least a little bit photogenic, because it's really not at the minute. Well, the side that I will do it on, you know, just be aware the ceiling might fall on my head at any point if I hit the wrong strut. That would make a good... I'd get a few views on that video, wouldn't I? That'd launch this channel. It'd like launch me, to be honest, but, you know. Anyway, thanks for watching. Stay safe and take care, and I will see you later on Crochet Rocks. I might be doing a live stream later if you want to pop over and say hello. Anyone's welcome, doesn't have to be crocheters. We get a lot of people that are not crochet related that come in, so anyone's welcome and everybody's made welcome. So take care, and I'll see you later. Bye for now.